the Clay Township Planning Commission meeting for May 27, 2026 with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Harold Bain.
Here.
Whitey Simon.
Here.
Mark Bouchard.
Here.
Chris Hiltunen.
Here.
Christine Holcomb.
Here.
Robert Muesling here. Wayne Torno.
Here.
Margie Ferris.
Here.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Here, thank you. Item number 4, approval/amendments to the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
We have a motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Whitey Simon.
Aye.
Harold Bain.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Chris Hiltunen.
Yes.
Christine Holcomb.
Yes.
Robert Muesling, yes. Wayne Torno.
Yes.
Margie Ferris.
Yes.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Yes. Number 5, approval of minutes from April 22nd, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Whitey Simon.
Aye.
Harold Bain.
Abstain.
Mark Bouchard.
Abstain.
Chris Hiltunen.
Now abstain.
Christine Holcomb.
Yes.
Robert Muesling, yes. Wayne Torno.
Yes.
Margie Ferris.
Yes.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Yes. Item number 6 is new business. Before we start new business, I'm going to read in the rules for public comment and public hearing comments. Number 1, all comments must be made through the chairperson. Comments directed to the applicant from the audience are prohibited. 2, individuals wishing to speak have a time limit, 3 minutes for each member of a general public and 6 minutes for a spokesperson of a larger group. Example, subdivision association, condo association, business groups, similar groups. Number 3, anyone wishing to speak is asked to sign the sign-in sheet provided. However, anyone wishing to speak will be given the opportunity. 4, each individual will be allowed to speak once. It will be the chairperson's decision as to whether rebuttal comments will be allowed. 5, citizens may appoint a spokesperson to represent those who agree on a point of view. 6, public comments on a specific public hearing request should be made during the public hearing for that item. I will move on to item 6A, which is JPC 2026-001, 7780 Middle Channel Drive, special approval land use. Applicant is requesting approval for their proposed plan for 4 campsites as permitted use. I will open the public hearing at 7:05. Karen?
So tonight, we have a special land use review for 7780 Middle Channel. The applicant is requesting the Planning Commission to consider the site to be used as an outdoor recreation use to support 4 RV camping sites within the existing marina. Outdoor recreation is a special land use in the district, and that's why we have the public hearing tonight. This site is 1.72 acres and is below the typical minimum 10-acre requirement for campgrounds. However, the ordinance allows the Planning Commission to reduce acreage for campgrounds with fewer than 10 sites if the Planning Commission feels that the campsites would not be adverse to the surrounding area. Based on the information that the applicant has provided, they do meet the requirements for the C3 district. When it comes to the commercial outdoor recreation regulations, again, for campgrounds with less than 10 campsites, the Planning Commission may reduce the minimum acreage and width requirements if the site demonstrates that the use will not adversely impact neighboring properties. This is something that the Planning Commission will have to determine tonight. There are a few performance standards that the applicant needs to provide confirmation to the Planning Commission, as it was not clear whether they could meet this based on what they submitted with their site plan. The first one, the applicant shall provide evidence of compliance with appropriate federal, state, county, and local permits as appropriate. This would include permits like from the health department, items like that. Exterior lighting shall be installed in a manner so that it does not impede the vision of traffic along adjacent streets. There were no indication of lighting on site, so the applicant should confirm if there is lighting, the standard's met. And if there is lighting, then further information would be needed to make sure that it meets the regulations of our exterior lighting ordinance. There's a regulation for outdoor recreation that central loudspeakers, paging systems are prohibited adjacent to residential property. The applicant just needs to confirm that the standard's met. There are decibel levels if there is, a loudspeaker. They can't exceed certain levels. If the applicant is using such a system, they have to confirm that those standards are met. No temporary sanitary facility or trash receptacle shall be located within 200 feet of an existing dwelling. The applicant needs to confirm that this standard is met. Operating hours for all uses shall be determined by the Planning Commission based on the nature of the use and the nuisance potential to adjoining properties. The Planning Commission will have to make a decision on what those proposed hours are from the applicant to determine that it's appropriate. We need information on the trash receptacle. Clay Township requires that all commercial uses provide such a receptacle and that it's screened properly. So that needs to be provided on the plan. And again, if they are going to have any kind of lighting, we need to make sure that it meets the lighting standards. And if such lighting is being provided, they need to provide that photometric plan that's going to show that it meets those lighting standards. And again, this is a special land use, so the Planning Commission is going to have to go through the special land use criteria to make sure it's going to be in character with the neighborhood when they make their decision. So in conclusion, the applicant must address the items that I mentioned previously to ensure that they are in compliance with the zoning ordinance. Should the applicant be able to meet the requirements on the outstanding items and the Planning Commission finds that the site meets all the criteria for special land use, I would recommend that the Planning Commission approve the request. However, all decisions must incorporate findings related to the special land use criteria. Any approval would be subject to compliance with all engineering and building code requirements, as well as any requirements from additional regulatory agencies.
Thank you, Karen. Is the applicant present for this? If you'd like to come forward and state your name and any additional information you'd like to give us.
Yes, thank you. Anthony Chakuti, 7858 Middle Channel Drive. I'm here to go over the 4 campsites. Been working on the 4 campsites for some time now. I went through the zoning board to get the acreage approved and then the setbacks approved, so we're all set there. The lights, we do have 1 DT light on the property. I don't think that is a concern. It should be meeting the guidelines for that. No paging system, and I talked to the St. Clair Health Department for the sanitary, so we're in process of getting that taken care of.
Okay.
Sorry, I was listing off of the Karen's questions.
Does any member have any
What does
comment?
St. Clair County Health Department say?
So I did bring an example of what they were looking for, and I figured it'd be easy. It's called a honey wagon. A lot of marinas at the Harson's Island have it. So what you do is you're able to pump out the waste from the RV or a boat. So we're going to use it for both applications.
So is that going to be on site?
It is.
On the campsite or in the marina? Which one?
He said it could be used for both sides. There's no special guidelines around that since it's on wheels and portables. I'm going to have Ready Septic come out to the property and pump it out. So there, he said no concerns there. But yeah, we want just 4 campsites, hoping to improve the accommodations for Harson's Island. As we know, that it's very limited. We're seeing campsites and boating go hand in hand. Want to bring everyone together as a community and allow that as an option.
Are you in receipt of Karen's review of your project?
I did.
it's my page 29, but there's the terminology she already said about if the applicant can, verify that this standard has been met. I'm going to start with, I think it's page, we already mentioned the lighting on page 28, the exterior lighting, then it goes to L, accessory commercial activities to be limited to those necessary to serve only the seasonal patrons. And from there on down, there's a bunch of different questions that sounds like we need to be confirmed if you've done that or not.
I didn't respond to Karen's email. I thought, I did respond to the,
No, you can just respond now,
yeah,
because we don't have anything additional other than what was in this packet.
okay. I don't have that list in front of me. Can I have yours? Thanks so much, Karen. So I'll start off with the local permits. There's no federal state because it's under 5 campsites. So Michigan's rule is if you have 5 or more campsites, you need to follow their set of guidelines. We're doing 4. The exterior lighting, there's no exterior lighting on the property besides one DTE light, which I'll make sure it meets the standards. And then the night lighting, that's the only light that comes on is the DTE light. We're not going to have any loudspeakers or paging systems.
Can you do me a favor? What letter are you on?
Yes, my apologies.
F?
I went from F, which is the night lighting. That is the DTE light in the middle of the parking lot. That will be, make sure we meet standards on that. The central loudspeaking, which is N, we aren't going to have a paging or loudspeaker system.
Okay, can I back you up to L? Accessory commercial activities shall be limited to those necessary to serve only the seasonal patrons of the facility.
Yeah, so we're hoping springtime to duck season. Duck season is very popular for Harson's Island. I think duck season ends in December. So having that option for duck hunters to come out would be a big help.
Okay.
So going back down, I'll repeat N. That's the loudspeaker one. That is no loudspeaker or paging system. And then number O, it says intensity level of sound shall not exceed 70 decibels. I don't think we have to worry about that if there's no loud system on that side or paging system. The temporary sanitary, we're not doing anything temporary. We will have a trash. We already have one on the property. And we are going to move it 200 feet from the house. So it's going to be in the front where the dumping station is listed on the plans right now. My apologies, my engineer did miss that, but we will be adding that to the plans. And then the operating hours, we will have quiet hours. The same hours that we send out, we're having a slip holder sign. The quiet hours are usually like 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., which is very similar to our operating hours.
On your list of guest rules that you had provided, you have 10 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Okay, my apology. Did I put 10 p.m. on the application?
Yeah.
Okay.
So is 9 p.m. is the intention?
We tried to get everyone cleaned up and moved out of the marina by 9 p.m. because that's our closing time.
Okay.
At the store. So like we're trying to move people and quiet things down. So 10 p.m. would be a safe time frame.
That's what you're requesting is 10 p.m.?
Yes.
You have tent camping as well as like camper camping? or-
This is just RV, so like the travel trailer and fifth wheel.
Can I ask you about Q?
Q is all sanitary, yes, go ahead.
The applicant has indicated bathrooms would be located inside the existing house on site.
Yes, that's
That could be
correct.
available to them 24/7.
Correct.
Does that house have a septic, or you're going to be using the?
It's on a septic field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask why you have the sites split up into site 1 and 2, 3, and 4? Separate by quite a distance.
Just because we're trying to make it more of a waterfront site, and so you can see the river. So site on the left-hand side of the plans. So site number 1, we're trying to make in the front so people can see out towards the river. And then sites 2, 3, and 4 are behind the existing house.
So are you gonna, each site's gonna have its own water service?
Correct. We're on city water.
Is that pulling from, all of it is pulling from the same city water feed?
It is, yeah. We had that put in a 2-inch line to handle all the campsites.
Are you familiar with the new hydro regulation that's coming up from Eagle?
I am
As
not.
far as having any crossovers coming from, so you better take a better look at that.
Okay.
And if they do come out and inspect it, you'll have to make the repairs.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Any more questions from the planning commission members? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have received a couple of emails regarding this public hearing, and I'm going to have people help read it into the record. How's that? Margie, you want to read a couple? How about we'll do these ones, please, and remind them to come back to me so we know for sure which ones we're doing, and then I'll give you the other two. Is that okay?
They can put back. What they're
Read
gonna do.
everything. Yes.
Michael Zelenik, 8116 Middle Channel Road, Harson's Island, Michigan, 48028, March 6, 2026. This was addressed to the Clay Township Zoning Board, 4710 Point Trumbull Road, Clay Township, Michigan, 48001. Dear members of the Zoning Board, I am writing as a local homeowner to express my support for the zoning variance requested by the Middle Channel Marina to develop 4 RV campsites and renovate the existing house on the property into a clubhouse. I believe this proposal represents a positive improvement for the property and the surrounding area. The addition of the small number of RV campsites along with the renovated clubhouse would effectively create a small waterfront resort that complements the marina's existing operations. Improvements like these would help spruce up the property and make productive use of the existing structures. Local marinas and waterfront businesses are an important part of the character and economy of our community. Allowing Middle Channel Marina to expand its offerings in a modest and thoughtful way could help increase its revenue and long-term sustainability. Supporting local businesses help ensure they can continue to operate, maintain their properties, and contribute to the vitality of the township. In my view, this proposal is reasonable in scale, represents a beneficial investment in the property. For these reasons, I respectfully encourage the zoning board to approve the requested variance. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Michael J. Zelenik.
Got one more.
One after the other. Okay, this was emailed by Kate Fincham on Monday, May 18th. And its subject is RV Campsite Letter of Support. To whom it may concern, we are writing in support of the request by the Middle Channel Marina to allow RV hookups on their property within Clay Township on the Middle Channel, Harson's Island. Middle Channel Marina is an important part of our waterfront and boating community. Supporting their efforts to expand services through the addition of RV hookups will help strengthen and grow a small but necessary local business that serves residents, seasonal visitors, and boating community alike. Providing RV camping accommodations, inclusive of any additional improvements to support the project, is a natural complement to the marina's existing operations and will encourage more visitors to stay locally, support nearby businesses, restaurants, and services, and continue investing in the area's waterfront economy. Improvements and business growth opportunities like this help keep our local marina community vibrant and competitive while enhancing the overall appeal of Clay Township as a destination along Lake St. Clair. Small businesses such as Middle Channel Marina are essential to the character and economic health of our community. Allowing this request demonstrates support for the responsible growth, tourism, recreation, and continued investment in the township. We respectfully encourage the township to improve the proposed RV hookups, support Middle Channel Marina's continued growth and success as we applaud their efforts to continue to bring valuable services to our community. Sincerely, Tom and Kate Fincham. It says here at the bottom, Harson's Island Middle Channel residents, supporters of Middle Channel Marina's current project.
Thank you. Christine Holcomb's going to read the rest of the letters.
This is an email from Mike Arcangeli dated Monday, May 18th, regarding, we want a campsite on Harson's Island. To Clay Township Planning Commission regarding support for RV campsites at Middle Channel Marina, 7780 Middle Channel Road. Dear Planning Commission members, I am writing in support of the proposed RV campsite addition at Middle Channel Marina on Harson's Island. The marina has been a long-standing part of the community and provides an important service for both residents and visitors enjoying the lake and island. The proposed campsites are small in scale and appear to be a reasonable accessory use to the existing marina property. I believe the project will help support local tourism, bring additional business to the area, and improve the overall experience for boaters and visitors while maintaining the character of the waterfront community. I respectfully ask the Planning Commission to support the proposed RV campsite request for Middle Channel Marina. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Michael Arcangeli, 1208 North Channel Drive, Harson's Island, Michigan, 48028. And the next is an email from Rick Belger, dated Wednesday, May 27th. Subject, Middle Channel RV sites. Rick W. Belger, 9345 Middle Channel Drive, Harson's Island, Michigan, 5762 Point Trumbull Road, Clay Township, Michigan. Support Middle Channel Marina RV sites. Dear Planning Board, my name is Rick Belger, and I am a property owner in Clay Township with homes both on the Middle Channel and on the mainland. I am writing to express my support for the variance request submitted by Middle Channel Marina to allow 4 RV campsites on the property. I believe this proposal is a thoughtful improvement that fits well with the recreational nature of the area. Boating and camping go hand in hand, and both are part of the same outdoor lifestyle that draws people to Harson's Island. Allowing a small number of campsites at the marina simply gives visitors another way to enjoy the waterfront and spend time outdoors. Currently, there are very limited options for visitors who want to stay overnight in the area. Aside from short-term rentals such as Airbnb, there are no hotels or traditional lodging nearby. The addition of a few RV campsites would provide a practical option for visitors while remaining consistent with the character of the island. This type of small-scale accommodation will bring more people to the area to enjoy the outdoors while also supporting local restaurants, marinas, and small businesses. Providing a place for visitors to stay also contributes to a safer community by allowing people to remain nearby rather than traveling late at night after enjoying the waterfront. The request is modest and appears to be well integrated with the existing marina property. I believe it will be a positive addition to the community and help support the continued vitality of Harson's Island. For these reasons, I respectfully support the requested variance. Sincerely, Rick W. Belger.
At this point, if any member of the audience would like to come forward and speak regarding this public hearing, please come to the podium, state your name. Oh, go ahead.
Did you guys open the public hearing?
Yeah, at 7:05, but thank you for asking that question. Please come forward.
We had turned this in Tuesday. Did you turn it Tuesday to the office? So you didn't get it?
I'm not sure who you are.
Liz Kirchhoff.
I did not get this,
Get that?
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so we did drop it off on Tuesday to the office.
I apologize.
Okay.
If you want to read it into the record, then leave it
Sure.
with us.
Sure.
Okay.
Clay Township Planning Commission, this is opposition and request for conditions special land use application for the 7780 Middle Channel Drive. Dear Planning Commission members, we are a neighboring residential property owners writing regarding the proposed special land use request for 4 RV campsites at 7780 Middle Channel Drive. We respectfully ask the Planning Commission to carefully review the significant concerns associated with this proposal and require strict conditions if any approval is considered. The planner's review confirms that the proposed campground use does not meet the normal minimal acreage requirement for campgrounds. The ordinance requires 10 acres, while this parcel is only 1.72. Because of the limited size of the property and its close proximity to residential homes, the potential impacts on neighboring properties are greatly increased. Additionally, the planner review states that the existing structure already does not meet required setback standards and that variances were previously granted for side and rear yard setbacks. We strongly object to any expansion of the non-conforming condition through additional decks, gathering spaces, or outdoor activity areas on the side facing our residents. If any deck or outdoor seating area is approved, it should be limited to the front side of the structure or the side opposite adjacent residential property. No deck, patio, or gathering area should be permitted on the residential side of the property. We also request that the township require installation of a minimum 5-foot screening wall or fence along the entire side adjacent to the neighboring residential property, as referenced in the zoning review requirements for parking and commercial recreational uses adjacent to residential land. The wall will reduce lights from headlights and help with noise reduction. The submitted plans also fail to show the required dumpster and trash enclosure location. The ordinance clearly requires screened trash receptacles and dumpster enclosures. Because RV camping generates ongoing trash and refuse, this issue should be fully addressed before any approval is granted, including exact placement away from neighboring residences. Additional concerns include lack of detailed lighting plan or photometric study, potential noise impact from overnight RV occupancy guest vehicles, lack of clear enforcement mechanisms for quiet hours and short-term occupancy limits, questions regarding restroom, septic, and sanitary capacity for overnight campground use, increased traffic, parking congestion, and commercial intensity adjacent to a residential property, lack of sufficient landscaping and buffering to protect neighboring homes. While the application describes the use as minimal impact, RV camping introduces overnight occupancy, transient guests, vehicle activity, lighting, noise, and other impacts that are substantially different from existing marina operations. We respectfully request that the Planning Commission deny the application unless all ordinance requirements are fully met and substantial protections are implemented for surrounding residential properties. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Liz and John Kirchhoff, 7650 Middle Channel Drive. We're next door to the RV.
May I have that? Sure. I'm sorry we didn't get it included. I apologize. Thank you. Any other member of the public like to come forward? Please do so. I don't see anybody approaching for this particular public hearing. So I will close the public hearing at 7:30. And Karen, do you have anything further to add? No. Gary, do you have anything? Yes. Okay. Board members, questions, comments? I would bring our board members' attention to mine's page 31, the special land use criteria that Karen already mentioned. There's 7 bullet points to take into consideration when we're looking at this type of request. can read the special land use criteria into the record just so we have it. How's that? Number 1, will be in accordance with the general objectives, intent, and purposes of the ordinance. Number 2, will be in accordance with the goals and objectives of the Clay Township Master Plan. 3, will be designed, constructed, operated, and maintained in harmony with existing or intended character of the general vicinity, and that such use will not change the essential character of the area in which it is proposed. 4, will not be hazardous or disturbing to existing or future uses in the same general vicinity and in the community as a whole. 5, will be served adequately by essential public facilities and services such as highways, streets, police and fire protection, stormwater, drainage, refuge disposal, water and sewage facilities, and schools or persons or agencies responsible for the establishment of the proposed use shall be able to provide adequately for such services. 6, will not create excessive additional requirements at public cost for facilities and services, and will not be detrimental to the economic welfare of the community. 7, will not involve uses, activities, processes, materials, and equipment, or conditions of operation that will be detrimental to any person, property, or general welfare by reason of excessive production of traffic, noise, vibration, smoke, fumes, glare, or odors. And Karen already read what her recommendation was as far as the planning commission getting answers to the items that we already discussed. So again, planning commission members, any further questions, comments, discussion?
I have a question regarding overnight security. Is our,
He's in the back.
hi. I know you said your operating hours are usually till 9, but you're asking for it till 10. And then what happens overnight with the campers? Is there anybody there for security purposes or?
Correct,
in case
yeah,
there's
we
an
have
emergency?
a property next door that has a full house on it. Our manager stays on the property, or myself stays on the property. We have a schedule, somebody's there 24/7.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Another question while
Yeah.
you're standing up there. I know you said that there's going to be sanitary facilities at the existing house for the campers. Has the health department approved or been made aware that that use is going to be other than just a household and it's actually going to be?
I did talk to him because we have a septic on site already.
Correct.
It's set up for a 3-bedroom, and we're having 1 bathroom in each side for showers. And he said there's no, I can pull up the email for the person I talked to, but I've been working with the health department specifically on the, because that's the main part. I know the first time I came was the septic,
Yeah.
and I want to make sure we're meeting everything. So I reached out and been communicating with him to make sure to get everything in line, and the septic should be set for the standard.
So I understand like the
Yes.
trailers for the units themselves, for the campers, correct?
Correct.
And then the house is going to be using the septic system that is currently there,
Correct.
and that's where the bathing facilities and everything for the campers are.
Correct.
So that was my question, was that the health department understands that that is no longer a home, but is going to be a bath facility for 4 camping units.
Correct. So he's mentioned it's he mentioned the way they do septic is based on bedrooms
Yeah.
for houses, and he says it's a 3-bedroom house. So the septic field meets the requirements for a 3-bedroom house, which is more than enough flow for the 2 bathrooms.
No. You're turning the house now into a commercial bathroom,
Correct.
which is separate. You're going from residential to commercial. I think that's what he's trying to
Yes.
project
And
to you.
I did ask that question about our current septic field.
Yeah, because it's 150 square feet per bedroom of field, but you're turning it into just showers. Do you understand where we're going with that?
Yeah, I
understand
did ask
where
him
he's
that
going.
question, and he said since it's listed, the way they calculate square footage for the field and everything is what he told me,
Right.
is based on bathrooms, or
I
then
know,
bedrooms.
Bedrooms, yeah,
And-
but you're taking the bedrooms out of the picture, and you're just putting it, now, you say somebody's taking a shower. 2 people come in behind them, and they take showers. Now you're loading up the field with just water, and usually, when you have a septic field, you give a time for rest periods for septic fields. Now you're opening this up to 24/7.
Yes, and I did send them what we have on the septic field, and the house, the current, and made sure to meet, because our original plan was not to use the house for bathrooms. We were going to have a separate outside, like a storage container with bathrooms and a tank, because that was the original plan. But he's like, your septic field meets the requirements. You can use the bathhouse as a bathroom for the campsites. If he doesn't see it's going to be approved, we would go back to the plan of the trailer and the tank, but he didn't see any issues. He didn't come out to the site, so he didn't see it personally, but I did go over all the specs with him.
Okay.
Is that house going to be anything other than a bath facility? Are there going to be living quarters in that house?
No, just for the bathrooms, and then a front area, like a gathering spot for people to go inside if they want to get out of the sun.
What, again, I hate to keep beating it up about the bathrooms and everything, but it is kind of an important issue. You had correspondence with the county that said that they are understanding and in agreement that those are appropriate?
I talked, let me pull up who I talked to on the St. Clair Health Department.
Do you have anything in writing regarding this?
Did both email and talking. I got this in writing, but I don't have anything on the house.
I think for me personally, I would like to see something stating that septic system, because I mean, most people are familiar with Harson's Island and the septic systems on the island, and some of their inability to hold or the capability to process water, especially in high times. So I think that would be
residential to a commercial setup there. And it's like, you're going from
Private to public.
public, yeah, but then it's not even that, you're going 24 operation now. I mean, when in case somebody at the trailer wants to go take a shower in the midnight. Yeah, that's what and I get where he's going with that, totally, I'm 100% behind that.
Well, there could be 6 people in each
Yeah, it
camper,
could be. You don't
realistically,
know,
and that,
plus-
that could be 24 showers every evening, and, my concern would be just overwhelming the septic
Is
system.
James Cameron still? at the
I
health
talked to
department?
Mike Malcolm.
Mike Malcolm?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just have Mike Malcolm, because all septic fields have records. At the health department, have Mike Malcolm, have him write you a letter.
Okay.
I mean, because that's a concern, and and you have people coming from the city out there, don't understand, and I don't want to pick on people from the city, but they don't understand the septic fields, because you flood the septic field, you're going to have waste runoff going into the swamp. It's just a regular, like a leach field, right? It's not a pump system
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
house. It's a leach field.
It has a pump on it, so it's. I think it does. I'm not sure. I'm not much on. I just sent him what we found from the county or from the city.
Well, I'm familiar with both.
Yeah.
And what happens after the pump system was if you flood the field, you get blowholes.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, Gary, where it actually pumps raw sewage right out of the side of the pit.
We did pull the septic from the county and then sent it over. My engineer did. I'm sorry he wasn't able to make it, so I don't have all the correspondence with. But he did do the research to make sure that we're meeting the requirements for that, because that wasn't our initial plan. Our initial plan was to get a trailer.
Right.
But we think this will be a better fit to have the showers inside the house.
Well, I agree with that.
Did you have a septic inspection by a certified inspector?
Not since, because the septic's brand new over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's helpful.
That one I bought the property, I didn't, so I'm not sure. It was put in before me.
Okay. That's my only question.
Do you have any limitations on how many people are going to be on each site?
So the standard for Michigan, I believe, is 6 per campsite.
And what about visitors?
Visitors, we do allow people to have guests currently at the marina, like when they're staying on their boat. So I think it would be similar to that, like a day pass.
So I guess to beat up on this bathroom thing a little bit more, marina guests, are they going to be allowed to use those bathrooms as well?
We have a marina bathroom that's already set up on the property
Okay,
for them. So this would be separate.
just for the
Yeah,
camp?
yeah.
Okay.
Any more questions, comments?
Oh, good.
If it goes to approval, is there a way you're going to monitor the septic field? If it's-
Yes, of course. We have Ready Septic already coming out, so they can monitor and
Okay.
pump out the septic as much as needed.
So what is the current bathroom facility for the marina?
We have a setup on a container that is like a portable bathroom.
So pretty much Porta-John?
It's a little bit nicer, but similar concept.
Is that not like on a trailer?
Very similar, but it's just on blocks.
Got it. Yeah, I think I know which one it is, because I've been there.
Yeah. We just
Yeah.
got that and added it. Everyone comes to check out the bathroom now.
So is it something that's permanent that can't really be moved then?
No,
Or-
it's for skid steer. You can pull a Bobcat in, pick it up, and move it.
Okay, so it's on more of a timber, not block.
Correct.
As if you say a block, to me, it makes me think of a concrete block.
Yeah, that's what it is on a concrete block.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because at that point, if it's not permanent, then what's to keep you from pulling that off once the bathhouse is done? And I get this, just reiterating the point of, is the septic field capable of handling the extra flow? If it's not a permanent
Yeah,
structure,
and
then.
that's the
it's-
part of the reason why we went with doing the research on the house, to get the permanent fixture and not have to worry about a temporary shower.
On the side that faces the Kirchhoff residence, I'm just drawing a blank, is there docks on that side?
There's a seawall.
There's a seawall.
Yes, and then that's where all the boats are parked. So there's boats on the seawall next to their property. We did add some landscaping in between the campsites and the Kirchar's property.
These are the residential people.
Correct. We added some landscaping, but having the campers there would actually increase or decrease the amount of lights and everything going to that property, because people do pull into the marina at night and shine their headlights, so like having a blockage of campers and landscaping set up nicely will decrease that.
You've got quite a row of shrubs along there. How big will those shrubs get?
We're looking at medium size, so it will cover our boxes as well. So we got the power boxes for the boats already out there on that drawing, and they're going to be same height as that box. So probably
4
about
feet
2
kind of thing?
2 to 3 feet.
Okay. Now I'm going to read something. One of the special land use criteria is number 2. Said it'll be in accordance with the goals and objectives of the Clay Township Master Plan. Just going to read a little section out of there on the community vision. Resilient outdoor lifestyle. Clay Township offers unique aquatic-based natural resources and recreational opportunities for residents and visitors from the region that have evolved over a long period of time and continue to be protected. The township will continue to ensure these regional amenities enhance the livability and viability of township residents, businesses, and other stakeholders. This includes the ability to withstand and emerge from environmental threats and challenges, the reasonable use by visitors, and improved access for recreation, observation, tourism, and education. Additionally, there will be continued township focus on adding value and meaning to the public realm through community events and neighborhood scale revitalization projects that support recreational opportunities for residents of the community. It goes on to say for prosperous local economy. The township's proximity and ease of access to Detroit and Port Huron, along with its abundant water access, make it a desirable location for doing business. The township will look to strengthen existing businesses, which include several historic industrial uses and essential services, and attract new businesses that align with the needs, visions, and goals of the township and adjacent communities. This includes the constant monitoring and analysis of zoning and other potential impediments to desirable development. I just think this project falls in line with that vision. And I think we should look at ways to make it happen instead of ways to impede it. That's just my opinion.
Thank you.
No, I'm with you on that, Skip, because I think we need to draw more things like this to Clay Township. I'm just worried about the overflow. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Just, I'm concerned about the septic, that's all. I mean,
Well, I think if we can get
because I
some
look at some of the
assurances from
stores
the
and
county.
businesses here that have septic problems, and I don't want it to run into that, where you're going to have the health department breathing down your neck every 5 minutes because you've got an overflowing septic field. I like the idea, I think it's good, but I want the neighbors to be happy with it too.
I mean, for me, it would be if you could get the county to support the use of that facility for
Okay.
commercial bathrooms, and if not, Plan B. And
Okay.
it sounds like you already have a Plan B that was going to be your Plan A, and if that would be put in place, if the county does not agree with that, then I think that's a great use for that facility, for that
Thank you.
area.
Okay.
My concern would be with the.
Yeah, that was our concern with the temporary
facilities.
as well, and then we did reach out, but I do apologize, I didn't get any email correspondence, and we'll make sure to do so.
So how does the board want to handle this? We can table it, make a motion with requirements. Karen, do you have any
Thank you.
suggestions? Karen, yes.
It's on you, we're still missing information. That's all I'm going to say, we're still missing information.
The ones that you outlined already.
Is it possible to tighten up the septic with him as far as inspections and reporting out, and use it as a condition that frequent inspections, or however we want to term it, I don't know how many.
Well, if we're still missing information,
Yes.
would it be appropriate to table? And again, I would hate to bring the applicant up again to ask him the question, but is time of the essence, which I'm sure it is because of the season we're in, and you probably would love to start getting those rented out and have people out there. So I guess, a motion to table is going to put you back another month.
Do you have any more questions I can answer?
So I think that's just something we need to understand. But if there is still a lot
I did go
of,
in front of the zoning board just to get a little bit, 2 months ago to get the approval for the acreage. I know that was brought up previously. So we got approval from the zoning board, all set there. And then, we did do some research. I do apologize, but we did do some research because my engineer would not make that a bathhouse if it was not possible. He wanted to do the temporary, and I told him we want to do the research first to do the bathhouse. So we did do some research. I just don't have that full knowledge, and I do have the backup plan of if it doesn't work, get the temporary with the tank for a ready septic to continue to come and pump out the holding tank. I already have like a 3,000 gallon holding tank to meet the requirements of what the county wanted for that temporary, so everything is in place. We just went the route of the bathhouse because it will be a lot nicer for the property.
Karen, what are the other requirements that we would be waiting on?
The lighting, the photometric lighting plan.
And so the lighting is basically,
Dumpster as well.
okay.
The lighting, we have a DTE light, and where their pole is, that comes straight down. So I don't have the specs if it meets, but I could remove that or have them remove that if that light was a concern. But I'm sure if it's a DTE light, they would have been approved for commercial.
Well, it's an existing light, you're not adding light in.
Correct. It's existing from the marina. Just lights up the middle of the parking lot.
How about the dumpster?
The dumpster, you see where it says the dump station on the plans?
Yep. I've seen
That is where the dumpster is going to be encaged with the fence, right in that.
It should be indicated on the plan.
I know, I did miss that, and I did send it in after, so I do apologize, and I
Did you
told my
already
engineer.
send it in?
Did I resend it in? I did not. He did not update it yet.
Okay.
But that's where it's going to be, right where the dump station is listed.
So what size are you looking to add to the dump station?
I have
10 by
an
10
8-yard.
or 10 by 15 slab? Or, I mean, because you're going to have to pour a slab there.
Yeah, I have an 8-yard dumpster.
Okay.
So can we make it a condition on approval regarding the septic?
Yeah, we could do that. You could make that a condition.
We've wrote notes on, site plans in the previous, site plan approved, subject to X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
We've done that in the past, maybe not the cleanest way to do it, but we have done that.
We would need a follow-up.
But you can't start until,
Could
That
you-
is done.
Could you get Steve Demick to send the planning commission something, or send Kathy something?
Steve Demick from,
He's from the county.
okay. Instead of Mike Malcolm?
Mike Malcolm, Steve Demick,
Okay.
they're all there.
page,
Okay.
but it should go
Yes.
to the building department.
Yeah, it should
So,
go.
Okay.
Not
That makes
directly to me.
sense.
You're welcome.
Will those
And then
address the
send it- And then
outstanding?
resubmit your plans in regarding the
Okay.
dumpster.
Karen, would that satisfy the outstanding issues? If we don't consider the light an issue, and I don't know if since it's an existing light for the marina,
It's an existing light for Marina, but it's also going to serve this new site. Or this new use, I should say.
Is that a simple test to get accomplished? A photo, whatever it is.
I don't know how it's done. All communities ask them all the time. I think you need to be a lighting engineer to do it.
Oh, boy. I know we've requested it other,
It's always been a part of your requirements in almost every community. They want to, if you have a foot candle limit, to make sure that it's not going at the property line, getting to a certain point, which if it's in the middle of the parking area, hopefully it's not, we don't know. That's the main thing. We want to make sure that the lighting is not going to be exceeding at the property line.
So we're not increasing the lighting, it's
Correct.
Make it
existing
worse.
lighting. So
Yeah.
it's, then the lighting that's been there
So
for
he
how many
wants
years?
illumination.
Probably at least,
I
yeah,
don't
at
think
least
it's gonna
10 years,
increase
I don't know.
anything from
Yeah, longer than I've
Just
been here.
confirm that it's, I've ran into this issue in the past in other communities, does existing lighting counts, and typically it's always been aired yes. Sometimes it says language where new lighting, but you guys just say lighting, lighting. All exterior lighting shall meet all these things.
Oh, okay.
So,
pretty
like you said,
broad.
That is
hopefully
broad.
was installed, hopefully meeting the stuff by DT. Like, do you mean that DT just?
Yeah, they put it up with their power
So,
cable.
I mean, I don't know, hopefully it meets it, but DT kind of runs by their own rules, so.
You want to get it in there.
If it's a problem, I'm definitely going to remove it.
Or change it?
Yeah,
So
it's not a,
just shoot it out.
Because you need lighting.
yeah,
Just shoot it out.
yeah,
Wouldn't be the
Tarson's
first
on,
time.
it's fine.
yeah.
Well, then I would make the motion to approve the site plan with the approval of the septic from the county, or Plan B if that's not in place,
Okay, thank you.
and the dumpster on the plan submitted to the building department. That would be my motion.
I second.
Thank you.
wait, hold on a second.
Again.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought you wanted to vote, so I didn't want to stand here. Go ahead.
Work is just beginning.
So with the motion, this is made.
Yeah.
they cannot proceed until those requirements have been met, correct or incorrect? But they don't have to come back here necessarily to us and
As
for another
long
meeting.
as they meet those requirements, I mean, those are the conditions you're putting on it. I would strongly urge you, the motion to also include why you're approving it, as in referencing the special land use.
The ones that I read into the record, which is those 7 bullet points. And actually, I think,
So what was the second condition?
The dumpster
Oh,
on the site plan.
yes. So your motion is going to have to be a little bit,
And meet the 7 requirements?
the special land use criteria requirements that have been read into the record,
And all that, Robert?
taking those into consideration. Love it. How about this? Looking at all 7 requirements, right? Having conducted a public hearing, reviewing them all with the conditions that we were placing on the site plan, that the dumpster and the lighting and the
Sanitary,
septic.
yeah.
Nothing can be accomplished on that site until those requirements are met, which would fit in with the special land use criteria, the 7 items that we've discussed. Does that work? So that would be your motion if you want.
That is my motion.
Okay, I second.
Sounds
I'm
like
going
it to me.
to read this.
2 paragraphs long.
Robert's going to need a new piece of paper. And Karen, don't hesitate to say if we need to do something more definitive. 'Cause I see your mind going there. Or cleaner.
I know in the past, with a lot of special land uses, if someone says, these are how my operations are going to go, part of the condition is that they do as what was described.
Yeah,
You're
it's like his
correct.
hours. of
We can also
operation.
put that on the site plan, hours of operation. Hours of operation, and there was one other thing. Should we go?
And Scope of use.
Short-term stays only, no long-term residency. What does that mean?
So we're looking to put a 2-week max for our campsites.
Oh, I like
That would
that.
be
Yeah.
nice.
This way we can get as many people to come to see the area as possible.
So
Long term.
here's my question. Do we need to vote the original down and redo the motion to
Probably
include
be a
all
good
that?
idea.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. You gotta vote the original motion down.
The original motion was made by Chris, supported by Margie. Any further discussion?
Yeah, we need to get rid of that
Hearing-
one.
Hold on, hearing none.
I love it. At least I'm not left-handed.
Would you please do a roll,
Did you get it all?
hold on.
Yeah.
Roll call for the original
So
motion,
the original one, so this is without the
without all the other added
all
stuff.
extra
Yes.
hours and
Correct.
everything in it. So, so it would just be the site plan with the approval of the septic from the health department, and then the dumpster screening, and the 7 special land use requirements, and nothing else. So, it doesn't
It
even
wasn't
have
in
the
the
lighting in
original
it.
motion.
So it's just the dumpster screen next to the sanitary, the health department approval of the septic, and then the 7 special land use items only. So Whitey Simon,
Aye.
Harold Bain,
Aye.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
I don't,
I don't think you guys understand the motion.
We need to amend that.
Aye.
we want
No,
to,
no,
I want to vote it down.
so,
no, hold on a second. And I know this is a little confusing, we got a lot of paper going.
Well, it should have been no.
Yes.
Should have been no.
That
His
is-
original motion did not include the other additional things. So
Should've
we
been
have to
no.
go with that original motion first, and then we can do
Right.
yea or nay on
And I
that.
just said that.
And then, and I know it's a little confusing, and then we can make a new motion. So, your motion was originally just for the dumpster and
No.
just for the
Yep.
septic. Okay?
He was reading that out. No.
Okay.
We're not going to amend,
So-
no. We have to just do this
No.
motion as is.
We
We have to get
do
rid
it
of this
as-
motion.
We have to
Yep.
get rid of the motion.
So do I restart roll call, or do
Yes.
Please
Yes.
do.
or do I go from where I was?
No, restart your roll
Re-
call so
restart the
everybody
roll.
now
Okay.
understands the motion.
So,
That's why it was nice to have it.
You need some white out.
I do. I'm just going to do this. Whitey Simon,
No.
Harold Bain,
No.
Mark Bouchard,
No.
Chris Hiltunen,
No.
Christine Holcomb,
No.
Robert Muesling, no. Wayne Torno,
No.
Margie Ferris, and Kathy Schweikart.
No, so that motion failed. Is there
So-
another motion that someone would like to make?
Skip's all you.
Anybody want to give it a try?
I'll make a motion
Words.
to approve
JPC.
special land use for Middle Channel Marina. We have the- lost my thoughts.
7780.
7780, here you go.
Or 7780 Middle Channel, with the stipulations to be met of adding the dumpster and screening to the site plan. Providing a letter confirmation from St. Clair County Health Department approving the use of bathrooms and shower facilities onto the existing home. The existing home septic field. And that all the requirements of
The special land use.
special land use,
Seven.
7 criteria of the special land use approval have been met. And discussed, and have been met and approved. Yes?
Considered.
The hours of operation.
And the hours of operation, what was your starting hours?
7 to 10.
7 a.m. to 10 p.m. shall be delineated on the site plan.
I think it was
That could have been a part of
And
the
that there will
condition,
be a maximum of 2 weeks defined quiet hours
that.
and short-term stays. Of no more than 2 weeks per site.
Question, opposition?
We're going to have to.
On the border anyway. What you said.
Okay, so
Good.
approval, the motion is for approval of special land use for 7780 Middle Channel with stipulations of adding dumpster screening to site plan and letter from the health department for the addition of shower rooms to existing house.
Shower and bathrooms
For commercial use.
for commercial use.
And special land use requirements are met, and hours of operation are from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., and 2-week maximum stays notated on.
Karen?
The way it was worded, it sounds like one of the conditions are that the special land use requirements are met, but you have to the planning commission has to make that determination. Can't put that
Since
in
they were
condition
met.
on him.
No, that's, yeah.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
No, it's
that's
worded,
how
you're
how it
right.
reads.
No.
So, we're met instead of met. Is that what you, it needs to say that they were met and not met.
Well, I guess,
Spell them out.
If the special land use requirements were met.
Like, I recommend approval of this use,
Based
because
upon-
special land use requirements are met, but these are the conditions. So I would say you have to incorporate, because it's a characteristic of the neighborhood or whatever, or we find that all these conditions are met. That should be front-loading why you're approving it, but then here are the conditions for that approval, and that's providing X, Y, and Z. If that makes sense, because it sounds like the, part of the condition that you're putting on him is you have to meet the special land use requirements. But that's for you guys to say, we find that you do.
They've been met.
Yeah, you know. you-
Oh, well,
So that's what I'm saying, if I add the word
No, from.
that, well, I
I guess
have it written
Christine
down.
It needs to be-
rephrase it.
Okay.
It needs to be, the criteria have been discussed and met,
Yeah,
as long as these following conditions the following stipulated conditions are, one, add the dumpster and screening to the site plan. Two, provide a letter of confirmation from St. Clair County Health Department for the public use of the existing septic through the house for bathrooms and showers. And hours of operation shall be 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and a maximum of 2 weeks per site stays. Does that cut it? Is that better?
it's just very important that we get it correct,
Yeah.
because the motion is what we get to stand by.
Where's that at?
That's Wicky's place.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Everyone listen very carefully. Okay. Please.
Approval of special land use of 7780 Middle Channel after consideration of special land use requirements being met with requirements of additional requirements of operation hours 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. and quiet hours 10:01 p.m. to 6:59 a.m. and 2-week maximum stays notated on site plan, along with dumpster screen being added next to sanitation station being added to the site plan, and letter from Health Department to confirm septic is adequate for commercial use of shower and bathrooms added to existing house.
So we have Christine's motion. I don't believe we had a second.
Support.
Skip's supporting it. So we have a motion and support. Any further discussion? All the planning commission members understand what the motion is. If you have any questions, ask them now. Karen, you okay with the phraseology we now come up with? All right, roll call, please.
Whitey Simon.
Aye.
Harold Bain.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Chris Hiltunen.
Yes.
Christine Holcomb.
Yes.
Robert Muesling, yes. Wayne Torno.
Yes.
Margie Ferris.
Yes.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Yes, thank you. Sorry for the delay.
Robert, we're
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just make sure you get that info.
Well, we got
Just gonna sign
to
it.
sign and stamp.
Actually, should we wait for the site plan to come back with it, or should,
I would wait for the site plan to come back before signing off on it, because that's what's going to go into the record.
Okay.
sir, did you hear what we just said? We are not citing the site plan that's been submitted as of today. You're going to have to come back with a new clean site plan, and then we'll make that happen.
Thank you very much.
And all the other info that goes along with it.
Of course. That's going to be posted on the line as well with the meeting notes, the minutes?
The motion eventually, yes.
Okay. I have it written down. But
Okay, you can also call.
Okay.
You can also call. All right, we're going to move on to item 6B, which is JPC 2026-002, 7350 South Channel Drive. Special approval land use. Applicant is requesting approval for outdoor dining and/or live entertainment areas as part of a bar and food truck rally. I will open the public hearing at 8:15. Karen.
So tonight, we are reviewing 7350 South Channel. The applicant is requesting to use this site as a seasonal waterfront destination on Harson's Island, providing high-quality dining and entertainment. The existing site is currently operating as a marina and would continue to provide that use as well. There is an existing clubhouse that the applicant intends to use as a bar dining area. They are also requesting the construction of 2 pavilions. The applicant would like to provide temporary events for weddings, parties, allow food truck vehicles to supplement the kitchen capacity during events. This falls under the outdoor the outdoor dining and entertainment section in the zoning ordinance, which is considered a special land use, and that is why we are having the public hearing tonight. Based on what the applicant submitted, it does meet the requirements of the C3 General Business District that it's in. We also review the outdoor dining and live entertainment areas section, which is section 2031. It says, "All outdoor dining and live entertainment areas shall not become a nuisance for adjoining properties regarding noise and nighttime illumination. All performance standards of this ordinance shall be satisfied regarding noise levels and glare for outdoor lighting. The Planning Commission may limit days and hours of operation as well as noise levels to provide protection to adjoining property or nearby residential areas. The applicant has indicated that the standard hours of operation would be 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Extended hours would be sought for special events, private functions, and select peak programming. The applicant should elaborate on such extensions and anticipated frequency. Number 2, outdoor dining and live entertainment areas that are strictly on a weather-permitting basis may be approved without additional parking if there is seating for 30 or fewer patrons. The 2 proposed pavilions are 60 by 32, making it 3,840 square feet. A patio measuring 1,280 square feet is also proposed at one of the pavilions. Other deck areas are indicated. The applicant needs to confirm which areas would be intended for outdoor dining or live entertainment and what the patron capacity is for these areas. Item number 3, outdoor dining and live entertainment areas for more than 30 patrons are those using awnings, roofs, or similar permanent structures to extend the season and avoid inclement weather conditions such as rain may be required to provide additional parking. The applicant needs to provide the patron capacity for these outdoor parking areas for the Planning Commission to make a determination on this requirement. And again, item number 4, in determining whether a restaurant must provide additional parking for its outdoor cafe, a Planning Commission will use these guidelines, and it gives a number percentage. And again, we just need a lot more information on what is the outdoor seating capacity and what will be used at this site, because we have dimensions of the areas being used, but not the actual seating. And that leads us into the parking. The applicant has provided 60 parking spaces on their plan. We are only seeing a portion of the site, and again, because we have an existing marina use, plus this restaurant outdoor dining area being proposed, we need to understand what is the full capacity of parking on this site, because the indoor dining area required 60 parking spaces, and according to the marina calculations, 72 parking spaces are required. And at this point in time, we need to have both of those on site. So that's going to mean 132 parking spaces. So we need to understand where those spaces are, if they exist, and what is the intended relationship here. And again, that's why we need the outdoor seating capacity, because it could be more than that at this point. And, if the applicant is unable to meet the parking requirements for all the intended uses on the site, they do have the opportunity to seek a variance with the Zoning Board of Appeals and explain their situation. For our off-street loading area, they've provided most of the information. However, when off-street loading in a non-residential district abuts a residential district, the minimum planting required shall be Greenbelt B in Appendix B. The applicant should indicate the distance of the off-street loading area from adjacent parcels. And tonight, we have an application for a potential rezoning that could affect whether or not the screening would be required. We need information on their trash receptacle, because it's been indicated, but we need additional details to confirm that the screening meets the requirements of the ordinance. They have provided some lighting information, but again, it's something where we need this photometric plan to make sure that they meet the foot candle requirements that we have at property lines, so we do need this photometric plan. And lastly, the Planning Commission needs to review this use along with the special land use criteria to make sure that, it's in accordance with the ordinance and the goals and objectives of the master plan. Will be designed, constructed, and maintained in harmony with existing character of the vicinity, will not be hazardous or disturbing to existing or future uses in the general vicinity, will be served adequately by essential public services, will not create excessive additional requirements at public cost for the facilities, and will not involve uses, activities, processes, materials, and equipment, or conditions of operation that would be detrimental to any person, property, or general welfare by reason of excessive production of traffic, noise, vibration, smoke, fumes, and glare. In conclusion, more information is needed before the Planning Commission can make an informed decision. The applicant will need to confirm all the parking areas on the parcel to ensure compliance for all uses is met, and if not, obtain variances to proceed with the special land use request. Outdoor seating must be confirmed to determine if additional parking is required. Details on the dumpster enclosure as well as a photometric plan must be provided.
Thank you, Karen. Anybody have any questions for Karen right now? Hearing none, if the applicant for this particular public hearing wants to come forward and add any additional information, please state your name.
Thomas DeWicki, 6880 Green.
So are you in receipt of Karen's review of this project and the...
I got the second review after I took care of everything she wanted the first time.
Okay, and you know what she just explained to us, that from her point of view, she's reviewed and has brought to our attention things that maybe still need to be
Right,
addressed.
and if you look at the site plan, I also designated 70 boat slips because we talked about that this is a destination and the majority of our customers were planning on coming by boat. And
Okay.
it's designated on the site plan.
Anything else you would like to add to any of the items that she's...
Well, I don't know, I've been spending a lot of time on this photometric data. Nobody seems to understand that, and I did provide that for the proposed new lighting on the pavilions, but finding photometric data on 40-year-old dock lighting is not easy to come by, or do I feel necessary? And that's up to you guys.
Planning Commission members, do you have any questions at the moment of the applicant?
I guess my one question would be, well, I mean, I think it's probably the elephant in the room is the parking. I mean, they're asking for 132 parking spaces, or not asking, but requirement is 132 parking spaces, and you currently show 60?
Well, we don't really require 132. You're talking about the existing marina, and I have on there that we've designated 70 boat slips that are not seasonal, that don't require parking. I know it's not maybe not in your ordinances because it doesn't come up very often, but they are parking spots for boats to a boating destination.
So, my question's going to be to Karen right now. That's, if I remember correctly from when we addressed Cabana Blue, which I know you weren't the planner at the time, for a marina, is it not 1.5 parking spaces per boat slip?
It's in the review with the calculations for
That's-
both the marinas and a restaurant.
Because, Tom, I think what you're looking at is that the boat slips are going to be for people to come to the destination by boat.
Correct.
And what the ordinance is saying, that the boats are going to need people to come by car to be on their boat. So it's essentially looking at more parking spaces because you have more boat wells. I get what you're saying is that people are going to come by boat, but you can't guarantee that there's a wedding going on and 60% of the people come by boat and 40% of the people come by car.
What I can guarantee is I have more parking right now than all of downtown San Souci that supports 6 businesses.
Sure. No, that's understood. What we're doing is reviewing your site plan for this facility.
I understand that, but
so-
we have to use some common sense sometimes, and to allude to what Skip had read there, I mean, what is the township doing to help anybody in business here? This business was one of the first businesses in Clay Township. It's been in existence for 155 years, okay? This is craziness. You want to allude to Cabana Blue? Okay, well, septic, they don't have a septic. They have city water, they have, sewer. I think sometimes you have to look at things, and see what the whole picture is. And if you don't have anything in the ordinance that indicates that a boat slip is in a marina that's been designated transient for a boating destination, you tell me that needs a parking spot for a car? That part I don't get.
So these are dedicated boat
Yeah,
slips
it's
that are
indicated
for
on,
transient.
it's
for-
dedicated on the site plan. It's,
But you still get 1.5 parking spots, right? So technically, he's in compliance.
yeah, we've never,
The way I look
well,
at it,
the marina.
to be honest with you, when we started this thing, we came in here because we wanted to build a couple of pavilions on our property. And at that time, it wasn't even really clear if we needed to go to the planning commission. So I had a meeting with Karen, and Then we decided that we need to go to the planning commission. So came in here, we had the meeting, we addressed as many of the issues as we could, I think most of them. And we were ready to come back. Then I get an email indicating that now I need a special land use permit to entertain outside in a seasonal, this is a recreational seasonal facility, this island, and just as your master plan indicates. So here we are.
Okay, I'm going to start with the packet that we have for this particular public hearing. We have reviews that are done by different departments, water department, police, all that good stuff. What I'm looking at is for the fire department, and maybe you can answer this question. Is there adequate access for fire trucks and equipment? I can't read who the signature is for the signature of the department head. The answer is need to know weight limit on bridge. Do you have an answer for that?
And I emailed the engineer's data.
Who did you email that to, please?
Olivia Solomon.
Okay.
We had PCE come out and do engineering on all the bridges, both
PCE?
bridges. PCE, yes.
So how many bridges?
2 bridges. There's 1 bridge on this property, the other bridge is on the other property.
Well, we're referring to this.
There's only 1 bridge
One,
to deal with this site plan, yes. And they have the information.
Then I go, it's my page 48, and this is the Clay Township Building Department review. Then I'm going to go to, is the zoning appropriate for the project use? Building official walkthrough required. That would be a Gary answer. Can you enlighten us on what you meant by that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that this place has been operating, and they have for a long time, over a year, that I've been trying to focus Mr. Wiki into getting this thing handled and getting this thing done. And from what I understand, there has been some extensive work that's been done inside the building. No permits, no inspections. We'd definitely like to walk through it and see what we've got. I'd like to take my entire inspection team through there to see what has been done, because as far as I know, the only township official that's been in there in capacity has been the fire chief, and that was so that they get their liquor license. But this has been in operation, and I don't know if it should be or should have been without your approval.
Okay, thank you for that update. Page 49 is the water department says no municipal water is available. Is that correct or an incorrect statement?
Oh, that's 100% correct.
Okay.
That'd be nice for everybody in the flats.
And also no
I'm sure the fire
sanit...
department would like it too.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure the fire department would like it too, and the insurance
Yeah,
company.
I'm sure they would. And then the other was no sanitary available. That's, I believe, Drew. I think that's his signature. Do you know what was meant
That
by that?
means you do not provide sanitary sewer to us. We have a septic field
Okay.
that's approved by the county.
Anybody can jump in here if you have any questions as I'm going through this, as far as board members, if you have any questions.
So what is the solution to the no water available?
That's a good one, because we just got done with a long 100-page letter to Eagle, and we're working on it. There's only one solution. There's 2 solutions. We could, the township could do something for all the tax dollars we pay and extend the water line 1,600 feet, or we have to put a holding tank in. And that's what we're working on right now, is the holding tank. Right now, we do what everybody else does down there.
So you're working with Eagle on this?
Oh, yeah. Well, if you call it working with Eagle, yeah.
So you're working on getting a holding tank, or?
Yeah, we're going through the whole process, all the engineering, putting the holding tank in. I've got my water hauling license certification. We have a certified water hauling tank. We're just waiting. Nobody's in much of a hurry, at Eagle, but we're working on it. And we've turned all the applications in and paid the fees. So we're just waiting for their approval on that.
Okay.
And you said you're how far from the city water line?
1,600 feet.
So I'm going to go to my page 54. Again, anybody jump in anytime you want if you have more questions. Outdoor dining and/or live entertainment areas. I see the hours of operation 11 to 9. How about days of the week?
Well, I'm assuming we're going to try to be open 5-6 days a week if we can. We got 120 days to make hay, right?
Just asking the question.
Yeah.
So would that be like Tuesday through Sunday? Is that what you're thinking? Maybe?
Yeah, you have to be determined.
Unless Monday's a holiday, so, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
Tom, you're going to hold weddings there?
yeah, of course I would. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
it's a great
so
venue.
I've been there, I know.
Yeah.
It's cool. So you're putting pavilions in and you're going to, but you're putting in basically in a residential area, you're going to close the wedding down at 9 because, the noise ordinance, they stop at 10. I mean, how long are you going to really open the bar up? You're not going to shut the bar down at 9, are you?
Well, I don't know, you should have to ask the staff that after.
I get that, trust
After
me,
cooking
I get
and
it. Well, I'm just
dealing
saying.
with the public all day, but, this is, you guys have been around here,
I know.
we're dealing with boaters, okay, so most boaters are gonna be on their way so they can get home before dark. And if you spend any time outside here, the mosquitoes have a little bit to say about things.
Yeah, mosquito 30.
Could there be some lingering people that are hanging in the bar while we're cleaning up? Yeah, but I mean, the hours we put on there is what we're looking at. Of course, if there's an event, there might be some people that are a little longer, but, that's why we kind of had on this, because I don't want to come back here and waste your time or my time, so, I'm just telling you what could possibly happen. The food trucks, again, if we get everything straightened out, they could come in for an event for support, but that's not our main objective, is, we're trying to support things out of our place.
Okay, I'm going to move on to page number 55. The applicant needs to provide the patron capacity for these outdoor areas for the planning commission to make a determination on this requirement. So,
Yeah, these are open buildings that are there to get people out of the sun, if it's raining. They're here to support the existing people within the marina and the people that are coming out to us. It's not like we're adding, putting space in to bring more people. This is to give the options. When people come here, they want to be outside.
oh, I agree.
Yeah, that's what this place is about.
I'm going back to, in the past, we did different things with other people who were wanting to do outdoor venues, and there's always a number of people that the capacity would...
And that's typically determined by square footage and by, and
You don't have that number in here. So do you have a
Well-
number off the top of your head, or you
I
need...
don't know what the number is, but, what's the square footage, and you do whatever. There's actually data on that from the state. It's.
And that's something you need to provide us. Because you have
That's
two
an easy
proposed pavilions, 60 by 32. So that's information that you need to provide us.
Yeah, because you could fit 500
I guess I have a
people over
question
there.
back on sanitation. So what's the solution to the sanitation then if you're going to add, if you don't have sanitation now?
I do have sanitation now. I just don't have
Field.
supplied by
It
supplied
doesn't
by
have
the
public sanitation.
by Clay Township. It's a septic like
He's got a
everybody
septic
else.
field of
He's got
30
septic
by
field.
100, yeah.
He doesn't have city water.
Oh, it said so.
What was they say the capacity of the septic field was, Tom?
Public sanitation.
1,000 gallons a day.
1,000 gallons. Is that a pump system? Is that aquatic system?
Brand new pump Elgin system. Yes. There's actually 2 fields on the property, but that's.
Yeah, no, there's one on the other side over
Yeah.
here, isn't there?
Yes.
But you gotta get back to the capacity, because I know we did Cabana Blues. In the Cabana Blue, they wanted 425 people for that property. I remember it distinctively, and they wanted to rent a separate parking lot that was a quarter mile down to shuttle people down from the parking lot. They were gonna have valet parking. And it was and they wanted a 40 by 60 float-up bar that you could drink on and everything, and they wanted outdoor venues for concerts and stuff. I remember that.
And there's a part of our ordinance,
Weddings too, yeah.
yeah, and there's a part of the ordinance that grants a variance
Yes.
for less number of parking, correct?
Sorry?
There's part in our ordinance that grants, we have the ability to require less parking if they meet a certain standard. It's
For
already
the
in our
outdoor
ordinance.
dining, yeah, if they have fewer than 30 patrons, then they may not need this additional parking. So it just depends, some places have a big outdoor area, but the seating is quite limited because there's a feature, or they're just not providing that certain amount of seating, so.
I think what Kathy might be referring to is there's a stipulation that for the marina aspect, we can reduce it by a certain percentage. I don't remember off the top of my head
I
what
don't
that
either.
was. So,
Because that's what happened in Cabana Blue.
That's
what we did.
exactly what
that's,
happened.
yeah.
I remember that. Tom, Chief Rose didn't tell you the capacity of the building?
Well, we had to get a permit to put the exit lighting and everything in.
Right.
And the company that did it hasn't called for the final on yet, so when he comes in and inspects that and extinguishers, at that point, he would give us
Yeah, because he'll give
occupancy
you a
number.
max capacity.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be similar to San Souci and, some of the other places of similar size.
So you were here probably about a year ago, I think, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yeah, it was a year
And I
ago.
think at that time you were with Mr. Fritz, was it?
Still am, yes.
Well, he was here president.
He's here.
Okay, he was here president. And I thought we had discussions about having the building department come through officials and stuff like that. Has any of that happened?
No, it hasn't happened yet.
No.
No, I mean, we've had, come out and inspect the roof and inspect the new railing around the deck, but we haven't had the opportunity to get them inside yet. But we haven't had any permits, other than the electrical that has to be done.
So you have your fire suppression system in already?
It's not a fire suppression system, it would be your required fire extinguishers and exit lighting.
So you're not cooking food there?
We are cooking food there, but we're not using gas or fryers.
Well, this is a public hearing. Anybody have any more questions right now, or I can move on to the public? Oh, go ahead, Karen.
Did you open the public hearing?
I did.
Okay, sorry. Just to let you know. Paranoid about that now.
8:15, but thank you, because I messed up last month with that, so you have every right to be paranoid this month. 8:15, I did. I wrote it down. So, okay, thank you for, unless you have anything additional, I'm going to move on to any
If you
members.
have any more questions,
We may, but at the moment, I'm going to move on to the rest of the audience here. So, anybody in the audience who would like to come forward and speak on this public hearing, please come forward. We'll start with her. Please state your name.
Good evening, my name's Sandra Corthos, I live across the canal from South Channel Yacht Club, right across the canal. And Tom, he's a good man, we're good friends, no problems. I just, this has kind of caught me off guard. I don't, you're saying page 55 and this site plan and that site plan, and I thought that it was just gonna be a parking lot. Now you're talking about pavilions and this and that. Where do we go online to find out? Because that's our view right there. I'm sure he's doing a good job. I'm sure it's going to be great. I'm 99% sure it's going to be fine, but I don't have any information on what's going on, so I'm kind of caught off guard a little bit.
So if you go to Clay Township's website, and if you go to today's meeting, and you click on that icon, it'll show an agenda. And under the agenda, this is what's printed. It's, I believe, highlighted in blue. Correct? It's highlighted in blue. So if you click on each one of those little blue
Links.
lines, it will bring up everything that we have in front. I shouldn't say
Links,
everything.
all the blueprints and everything.
You got it.
I want to read prints.
All,
Yeah.
all the reviews by the department heads, Karen's review, the applicant's request for what they want to do, which is the pavilions and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
curious
outdoor
about.
entertainment. You don't have to take my word for it, just go through, or any of us up here. Go
Okay.
through, you can click on that, it should be still online into the
Okay.
future, so you don't have to worry about it disappearing, it should still be there. If for some reason you have a difficulty accessing that.
No, I should have no problem at all. I just like reading prints.
The only thing
And
that
I'm
you.
sure it's gonna be fine. I'm sure I have total faith in Tom.
The only thing you won't be finding is any letters, like when the other public hearing, we read in letters that were sent in via email or dropped off the office, which we'll read in the ones that we also received on this project. We just haven't got there yet, okay?
All right, so go on the Clay Township website and all the blueprints and site information and everything is there.
Should be.
If you go to the agenda.
Go to the agenda.
Okay. All
Go to
right.
agenda and minutes, and if you click on that, it'll show you all the different boards. And click on for Planning Commission, today's date.
Okay.
It'll bring up this agenda. The highlighted blue is what you're going to be looking for the
Okay,
addition.
because I thought it was going to be a parking lot. I had no idea there was okay, that's my fault, I guess.
No, that's
Should
okay.
have went online. I'm just, okay, all right, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for attending, we appreciate it. Anybody else who would like to, sure. Just state your name, please.
Hi, Susan.
Oh, just come up to the podium, I didn't mean to do that to you, sorry.
Hi, I'm Sue Zobel, and we live across, John and I live across.
What was your name again, I'm sorry?
Sue Zobel, Z-O-B.
Oh,
And my husband and I have a home right across from the marina. And I agree with this young lady over here. None of us really knew that, it was all a big surprise. I mean, we got a letter in the mail, and it said, it's verbatim, approval to allow outdoor dining entertainment as part of a food truck rally. So nobody knows about it. It's like this big mystery, and we don't, Tom's been very, he's been nice to us, and we don't have a problem with anybody, but they weren't forthcoming with what is happening there. So that description does not convey the scale. It doesn't say anything about the pavilion structures. I just found out yesterday by coming here and saying, hey, what's really going on over there? We'd like to know. And then they directed us to the website, and they were very helpful. But there are expanded restaurant operations, there's all these parking places, increased commercial activity, increased traffic volume, outdoor entertainment activity. I mean, this is a residential area. The roads are very narrow and old. I think the speed limit's like 30 miles an hour. And it's loved very much by the people that live there. We love swimming and feeling safe, and we're not going to feel safe with hundreds of boats coming in and people on their boats all night, and I'm just speculating, but I know what happens out there. It's just totally going to change our whole atmosphere, our whole way of life. We have a quiet residential waterfront community and not a commercial entertainment district. We're deeply concerned about, you're going to get the boats, you look at what happens in Muscatine Bay, the extreme noise. Now we're going to have, we could have it next door to us. Noise, lighting, traffic, parking overflow, safety's huge, and it's going to totally impact our life, our quality of life. And the sound travels heavily over the water. We already experience a lot of marina traffic in our canal, which is right next to them. We get a lot of jet skiers and boats going very quickly and endangering people and ruining our property. And now we're going to have this massive influx of people coming from Little Muscatine to go to South Channel. So I respectfully ask, I'm terrified of public speaking, so this is not really in my wheelhouse.
We also did receive your email that you sent to Olivia.
Yes.
So that, we do have that.
Okay, good.
So.
Okay, so that's all.
There's like 3 pages worth.
Well, thank you very much for hearing us. We just found out about it yesterday, so we're just shocked. And so are the people, our friends that we're talking to. They're like, how can they do this and not tell anybody? Nobody knows. It's supposed to be a food truck rally, and now we've got this major entertainment venue with people coming up and down our roads that are already deteriorating with weddings and all kinds of. It's going to be a major outdoor complex, entertainment complex in a quiet residential neighborhood. So we're just very
Thank you for your comments.
concerned.
Any other members of the audience would like to come forward? There you go.
I wonder what they did when
Well,
the Wildwood was.
State your name, please.
What do they call it?
Wendy Lenz, 6850 South Channel. And this is a beautiful, huge area. It's always been a marina, it's always been a bar, there's always been boats there, always traffic, and this is a great use of this property. Because if you have a party and you put up a tent, the wind blows, tent, it's not good. And this is just for daytime use, because the mosquitoes do come out at night. If you have a wedding, or you have a poker run, the boats are just coming in and out, and like the Parkinson boat run is going to be at the old club. Wouldn't it be cool if the Parkinson run could come to their place? They're only there for a little bit, and they go on. You could have graduations parties, birthday parties. It's just a nice atmosphere, and it's a beautiful view and a beautiful use of this property, and a great business for the whole island. It would benefit everyone.
Great.
Thank you. Any other members of the audience? State your name, please.
John Zoll, Venice Highway. Good evening. Thanks for hearing us. We'd like to focus on some infrastructure and public safety concerns. And now I have a lot more notes. Questions keep arising. I hear about permits, and there hasn't been permits for dredging the swampland next to make their parking bigger. A huge Phragmite burn that very well could have jeopardized a whole nother line of houses right next door during the week. And we know how, we love our fire and rescue people, but they could have been called on site. One home starts, you're not going to save it. And if it gets a whole nother row, you'd think we'd learn from the old club. And it shows disrespect for your neighbors. I don't hear anybody addressing the residents in that area. Our little road, we pay to maintain. And we try to collect from all the neighbors, and new neighbors don't want to pitch in. The people are flying down our road because they don't want to go down the marina where the other cars are parked. They're already short parking. We have septic capacity, restroom capacity, increased occupancy. We are told food truck rallies, and I haven't been approached and presented with any of this. But one of my neighbors was told that cars won't be coming to attend these events. If you have live music, the cars are going to come. They come to Little Muskmoot, they park on the highway and wade out into the bay. We get the scragglers at night, the people that are disillusioned and lost and scraggling around and sometimes raising violent concerns, safety concerns. And, the police can't cover that whole island when they need to come out. And the mainland at the same time. More on septic, what is the capacity approved for, has the health department reviewed this increase in usage? How will large crowd events be handled? Who's going to monitor these occupancies? 43 parking spaces, what if the 43 cars come with 2 people in them or 4 people in them? 39 transient boat slips. What if 30 boats come from Little Muskmoot and spend the night? And there's already stereos that get left on because people fall asleep throughout the night. And early in the morning, when the sun comes up, they're still blaring sometimes. Unfortunately, sitting out with my coffee, listening to people puke from being sick, right across the water. Well, I saw, and this is new, the 43 parking spaces, but I see a cement wall, and it looks like it's going to block the blight that is growing out there. You can see from the highway and from our lot, and it's growing, more and more blight piled up in there. They're going to block it with a cement wall so their business doesn't see it, but we're still looking at it. So we're not looking at the residences, again, in that area. And some of these people have been there for 3 generations. This will be a complete change to everything. Fire safety, we talked about, big Phragmite burn. Fire hydrants, that's a concern with everybody all the time. And people all the way around the bay ask about quieting the noise out in Little Muscatine, and you can feel that bass thumping your floors some nights. And they always say there's nothing we can do about it. It's out there. There's something we can do about this. And the after parties will go on. They don't stop at 9 o'clock because a business stops. They go all night sometimes. The transient slips would really be a concern. People, if they don't want to go tie back up in Muscatine, why not just tie up there with a transient, whatever that cost? A lot of people, there's already been prior fire-related concerns affecting neighboring properties. The boat traffic, the maps have been put out to use the Venice. People coming in to see them, which is fine, but our no-wake laws are never respected. And if we ask people, it's just ridiculous. They tell you where to go. Now just bad words. They tell you, well, you shouldn't live on the water then. Well, no, you're breaking a law. You're throwing a huge wake, and it's just going to be more traffic now. Heavy boat traffic, we don't get wake violations. They don't write them. There have been unsafe speeds. We've seen jet skis go down there 30, 40 miles an hour, just fly down our canal during the day. And we can't do nothing. The police can't do nothing unless they actually see it. And then they still have to shoot a radar in a canal that's only 30 feet wide. It's pretty insane.
I'm just going to remind you, the rules are that the 3-minute rule, you're getting close.
Okay, I'm almost done. A lot got added on. Questions are arising like crazy now. Boat congestion, nighttime boat traffic, and what about border patrol? With all this commotion going on, with Canada being so rural, and they have some concerns about that. We just reached out to them today. Speeding concerns, risk to swimmers during the day. We have a lot of children on the canals, and on our street, our private street. Shoreline and seawall damage. Marine patrol is already limited, very limited, so.
To the end?
Okay, yep, last bullet point. Serious questions regarding how increased boating activity and enforcement would be realistically managed. And I thank you for listening to us, and, we hope that this could be tabled, because there are a lot of questions, and the residents need to be taken care of also.
Thank you.
We take care of our property. Thank you all.
Any other public comments on this public hearing? We do not see any. We did receive 2 letters via email. One was from Sue Roble. Are you okay that we not read this in, or do you want me to read this one in for you?
Oh, that's fine. It doesn't need to be read.
Okay, because you did state, because I didn't know you were going to be here or not. We do have one other one. You want to read again? One more.
This was sent May 18th to the Clay Township Planning Board. It's opposition to special land use request for 7350 South Channel Drive, property ID 74-14-847-0391-000. Members of the Planning Commission, as a property owner of 2 residential properties located at 7400 and 7476 Venice, we are writing to formally oppose the special land use request for outdoor dining and/or live entertainment areas associated with the bar and food truck rally at the 7350 South Channel Drive. While we understand the desire for business development and entertainment opportunities within the township, we have significant concerns regarding the impact this proposal will have on nearby residents and surrounding properties. Our concerns include excessive noise from outdoor dining activities, live entertainment, amplified music, increased gatherings which would negatively affect the peaceful enjoyment of neighboring homes and properties, existing ongoing noise issues within the Muscatine Bay area that have already become problematic for residents, particularly from loud music, entertainment activities on the water. Unfortunately, these concerns often not adequately addressed or enforced by the township or local authorities. Approving an additional outdoor entertainment venue would likely intensify the already difficult situation for nearby homeowners and residents. Increased traffic and speeding vehicles utilizing our private road, creating safety concerns for residents, pedestrians, children, and property owners. The additional traffic volume associated with bar activity, food truck rallies, and entertainment events is not appropriate for the current roadway conditions. increased watercraft traffic through the Venice Canal and surrounding waterways, and creating additional noise, congestion, weight concerns, safety issues for residents who live along and utilize the canal. Extending hours of operation and late-night activity, which would likely result in ongoing disturbances, noise, headlights, disruptions to the residential character of the surrounding area. Potential parking overflow, congestion, and general public nuisance, concerns associated with outdoor entertainment venues. We respectfully request that the Planning Commission carefully considers this impact proposal would have on the neighboring community and deny the special land use request. Thank you for your time and consideration of our concerns. Sincerely, Donna E. Carroll and Kevin C. Carroll.
Thank you for reading it. Any other public comments? Keep in mind the 3 minutes, okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll be short, I hope.
Thank you.
I'm Stephanie Spencer. I live at 7380 South Channel Drive, which is directly across the road from the marina. My only concern, I would love to see a restaurant in the flats. It would be wonderful to have a place to go. My only concerns are how often the extended hours would be, specifically the noise, what kind of decibel levels we could expect. I'm on the front line for the parties in the moot, and I can, it's not so bad now because the water's low, so they've moved back out to Big Muscatmoot, which is nice. But I'd kind of like to enjoy that break for a while and not having noise coming at me from the other side too. And then the other concern, just taking to mind, is people walk out to the moot from the DNR parking lot in front of the canal, well, it's not a canal, in the bay in front of my house, and they walk out to the party in the little moot. And then when they walk in, they want to cut across my property to get over to the South Channel Flat. So those would be my only concerns, if we could somehow take that into consideration. I think that's it. Just, what the decibel levels would be and how often. It mentioned in their proposal extended hours occasionally. What's occasionally? Is it once a week? Is it once a month? Is it every night? Those are my only concerns.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comments?
Can I just say one thing? I think there's a big...
Stop. You already did. Nope.
It's just about the...
Nope, we're done.
No,
Thank you for doing it the first time through, but we're gonna limit this. Other than who has not spoken, any further public comments? Okay, hearing none. Karen, do you have any further? No. I'm going to close the public hearing at 8:58. Planning Commission members, questions, comments, discussion? It appears we have some major questions that still need to be answered. Capacity, number of people, seems to be one big concern, and from there goes a lot of other things, so.
I think the parking is a concern.
It may not be if we know the number of patrons.
You don't know that, though.
I'm sorry?
You don't know that.
No, we don't.
Hours of operation. I know there's hours mentioned, but what are extended hours? And how often? And what days?
Any other comments?
I just think you need more
Skip
information.
You're thinking, okay. You're looking at me, so I thought I'd ask. So our options, we have options of, like the last public hearing, tabling, approval with conditions, et cetera, or just approving.
What's the outstanding conditions right now that he needs?
Here's what Karen listed.
All the items in red.
Yeah.
Number of
Parking,
people.
lighting.
Occupancy, parking, lighting.
Patron capacity for outdoor areas for planning purposes.
What are the extended hours and when?
The municipal water availability, what system to use? Those pretty much the ones we're still looking.
I don't know if you want to incorporate any other department head reviews. Did the fire have a concern?
The fire had a concern about the bridge, but Mr. Dewicki said that he has paperwork that would,
If they can provide a confirmation and, confirmation from the department that that's acceptable.
Still needs capacity limits. He needs.
so we have the bridge capacity for the fire department, just needs to know.
You got water. Water's a big thing.
I'm sorry?
Water's a big thing.
He's working on that.
I know he's working on it.
He's working on that. He's got two options for the water, it sounds like. We just don't know the number of people.
And it's got to be conditioned on
Capacity for area
building
for planning.
department.
I'm sorry?
I said, and then the building department hasn't been in the building.
Yeah.
No, the building, so
Always have
capacity,
building capacity.
my understanding is usually by the fire chief.
Well, Gary was supposed to go there last year, because I remember that meeting that he was supposed to be there.
Yes.
Yes.
Gary was supposed to go there.
Yes.
And that hasn't happened.
Gary, is that a correct statement that you had set up to go there last year, or just did not set up to go there last year?
Never set up.
Okay, because
No,
we
but
only
you-
know what happened at the meeting here. We were under the impression you were going to go. So,
I was too.
okay, so that didn't.
Do you have a date scheduled where you're planning on doing an inspection?
Nothing is scheduled. And like I say, at this point, from what I've heard from patrons that have visited functions there already, I'd like to bring my inspection staff there to look over electrical work that's probably been done without permits and some other things, just to see where we're at, because we have no clue.
Well, how do we go about getting that scheduled?
Well, that depends on the owner of the property.
Okay.
Is the applicant, I usually wouldn't do this, but I know this is the busy season and everything, but do you have anything additional to say now that you've heard comments from all of us as far as any of these, we're going to say capacity issues, the water, the bridge, any of the above? And if you don't want to, you don't have to. You don't have to say anything. It's,
I do want to thank you guys. I want to apologize, I'm a little frustrated, over everything here, and,
I mean,
Yeah,
we
but-
really
but-
do want you to have this, so this is a
Well-
great addition to the
yeah, and I respect that, and I don't think we're asking.
one moment, would you please identify yourself for the record?
Yes,
please?
ma'am. I'm William Fritz.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just don't see, really, again, I understand some of the issues. When we start talking about the parking and some of the other things that are going on here, it just seems kind of crazy. When we asked to do the pavilions, we haven't even applied for a permit on the pavilions. We have an outdoor seating area that's permitted by the liquor commission, and we were going to entertain on that. We're hoping that if we could get up and running, that we could put the pavilions up. That's where this all started. Really, looking at it, being that it's been a bar and a restaurant and a marina off and on for 155 years, and all due respect to the neighbors, I love all my neighbors. And if they had any questions about things, they could come to me, and I'm open about it. But it's pretty obvious, and sometimes the truth is offensive, but the reason there's homes there in that quiet residential area is because of that business. That's why those homes were built there, because people came there and they embraced that as a community. And that's why they're there. And again, if you come in and buy a home, I recommend that you do your due diligence. And if it's adjacent to commercial property, you must assume that it's going to be utilized to its best use. And that's just, again, I love my neighbors, I love my community, I served my community here for almost 30 years. And there's...
I don't think, though, we're requesting as a community any different than any other
Oh, I know.
person, any other person. And we were here, I know, it was about a year or so ago. And I thought at that point, we had said, speak with Karen and Gary. I think you had offered to take us to go see the property or do a walkthrough, and I guess nothing's really happened. And yes, we would love to see something happen, but we have to also be responsible to our community and the safety issues and all the other stuff that goes with it. You know what I'm talking about, both of you do. So as much as we want to support this, we just have a lot of holes still that need to be answered. And we're here to listen to you guys and try to figure out how to make this happen, but I really think it's at this point up to you how you want to proceed and how you want to get this information answered.
Can I ask, what do you folks want that place to be? I mean, I would think, being at the head of where you're at, you care. So
Well,
what would you love for that South Channel Yacht Club to become?
I don't have
What
an
would you
opinion
love
on
to see
that.
it be?
No, don't. I'm just here to, that'd be like a Cabana Blue question to us.
Like Cabana Blue and
Is
Joe?
it- But you probably weren't here for that. A lot of us sat through that. We spent months and months and months them coming to us asking what we want. No, it's your property.
Absolutely.
Our ordinances are out
Right,
there.
like Joe, who's a great man, brilliant man, he's had a great vision. He
Mm-hmm.
built this place where the people are on dike, that didn't exist, it was marsh, more or less.
Correct.
So with a couple of the complaints, with all understanding and respect to these people, I mean, the moot, she was complaining about the moot, I don't think it's nothing new. She's newer than the moot.
I've been there a long time, and I put up with the noise.
Okay, hold on. Mr.
Mr.
Fritz, I'm sorry. You have to address us,
Yeah,
not,
no, it's fine.
you don't get to
It's
talk
fine.
from there,
So
otherwise we'll get out of
What I'm saying
control.
is, he's put up these structures in front of these homes, and we're not doing nothing like that.
No.
At
Yes.
all. So we will meet the requirements, and
Okay.
Gary, you're always welcome. Like I said last year, I've been busy with some other projects, but up in Lexington and so on.
Very
But,
familiar.
Yeah, one of you gentlemen had mentioned that boat slips are, I think, 1.5, an equivalent to 1.5 car spaces, if that's correct. Does anyone know if that's
For the
true?
marina part of it.
I don't, for the marina
So if my
part.
math's right, if we got 70 spots that we're dedicating transient, that would be 105, I think it would be, car spots, parking spots.
I think that...
If the math's right, and then we got another 70 for parking, that's 175 spots.
No, it's
Other
not that, it's the other way around. The boat slip doesn't count towards parking. You have to have a X amount of parking per boat slip on top of what you need for the restaurant and on top of what you would need for the occupancy load for the exterior dining or entertainment areas.
But if it's transient wells, like, at Browns and other places, we don't
So,
have nothing like that.
And
Truly.
we worked with.
Robert, let's be realistic, like common sense comes into play too.
But sometimes the ordinances have to be addressed and they don't necessarily make common sense, but they're there. That's what we have to work by. We don't get to say whether the ordinance meets common sense or not. We have an ordinance that says you have to do this, and unless that ordinance changes, which there's processes for, then that's what we have to go by. We don't get to say, well, it doesn't make sense,
Right,
so
but we're
we...
here to figure out what that is.
And
I got a
in
building
saying
with
that,
33,000 square feet. The theater holds 400 people. I got thousands of people. I got 10 parking spots.
but in saying
In Lexington,
that,
truly.
we did work with
They
Cabana
work with
Blue.
me. They help me. They're amazing. So
That's-
how do you guys help us? What do we got to do?
That's,
You need to
only
provide
got
us
20, we got
information.
22 weeks.
You have to provide us with the information. It's not up to us to tell ourselves how many people are capacity for these pavilions, how many people are capacity for the dining room. We have no idea.
Nor do we.
Well, then
Nor
should
for
be,
the
you
marina.
say it's
No,
based
you
on
got a
square
pavilion- You got a
footage.
pavilion right here in your park.
But you say it's
How do you
based
know
on
how many
square
people
footage.
Is that for?
I'm sure there's
You
a-
got, I've been in the
Yes,
pavilion.
sticker out there.
I'm sure there is. We're going to go back to this.
Please.
When we were here a year ago,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure why we waited this long, because I know you stood in front of us, both of you, and said, hey, let's get together and do this.
Mhm. That's my fault,
Obviously, we're-
100% my fault.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how we're going to correct this, is my suggestion would be, can you make a date right now to sit down and do what they're requesting with Gary? Do a walkthrough, whatever we have to do, because we want to help to make this work and be compatible with the rest of the community. There's no doubt about it. We can't ignore our ordinances,
Oh, absolutely.
and I don't think that's what
Nor
you're
do
asking
we-
us
nor-
to do.
nor would we.
And I also understand this is the time of year for this season. I get that. I don't know why you guys weren't here before, and it doesn't matter, you don't have to give us an answer. But how do we make this work at this point? And the other members of this board, please jump in if you want to.
Make a date with Gary.
Make a date with Gary. I mean,
Well, and
That's a start.
as far
That's
as
a start.
occupancy.
Make the
Give us a
date with
capacity.
Gary, let Gary come through it. This way and you gotta get the fire chief to get a capacity rating in the building.
capacity rating in the building, the pavilions, the bridge, I think you already said you have, paperwork for that as far as the fire department's checklist. Again, all this is on our website. If you don't have it, all this information's there. Like I explained to the other lady, click the blue.
We have it.
Do you have all
I
the
sent it to him.
Right.
Yeah, I sent that. What the
capacity? So that question from the fire department about the capacity of the bridge, you knew that was a question out there to be
Yeah,
answered?
and I sent the information to.
And who did you send the
building
information to, Olivia?
department. Yes, that's who I was told to send it to, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and she said.
So those are things we need to follow up and just,
And as far as capacities, whoever did your drawing, they may be able to tell you. If not, then they will be able to recommend somebody who would be able to tell you what the capacities of the pavilions are. Because there are building codes that are set up to tell you what your capacities can be. It's not just
Sure.
square, it's based on calculations, and those calculations are going to lead, for capacities, are going to lead to what you need for parking. And that's, since you're adding this into the marina area, that's, all that has to be calculated in for parking. So that's, like we
But you're
said,
you're still not utilizing the transit slips as parking spots.
we're using the way our ordinance allows us to use. And that's,
What you said can be changed.
Yeah,
Which
something needs
you-
to be adjusted there, because there's
Thank
like
you.
this catch-22
Thank you.
that you guys are floating in, and it's.
Right.
but there's
something
also,
right.
for the marina, there is, when we did this, I'm not trying to keep bringing up Cabana Blue, that was one of the sticking points.
But it's
There was allowances that
And-
we could adjust legally under what we're dealing with. And we very much did that.
Oh,
But we-
yeah.
and I'm sure we would probably be willing to do that if we get all the information and we can look at it.
That's what
with
we
you
need
guys.
first.
But we can only work within what our ordinance tells us that we can do. And if we go outside of that scope, then there's going to be legality issues on our end.
Absolutely.
So
I wouldn't ask you to do that.
that's,
Well, and also at this point, the pavilions are proposed, and there are simple square footages. And the other answer to the boat slip is you're supposed to have one parking spot per two boat slips, is what, that I read in the state regulations. But again, the pavilions, it's a simple square footage unless the fire chief says differently.
Okay,
Breaks it down
but
to a square footage.
we've heard that before, we're just going in circles at this point, and that's just my opinion. So,
We need the numbers.
we need the numbers, so we have options as planning commission members. We can table this and receive the extra information, not extra, the information that needs to be provided. You can make a motion to proceed as is. There's a couple, different ways to do this, as we did with the last one.
So Kathy, excuse me, and you find people, if we scratch the pavilions, let's just say I scratch them, right? Be done. And then open hours are 11 to 8, 7,
So-
whatever you think.
Can I?
Browns
Here's the problem with-
completely empty by 8 o'clock.
Hold on. Right
So it's
now,
gone by dark, right. So that's what
right
we
now,
can do.
we have this that has all that information on there.
Yeah.
And this is what we have to go by. If we start changing things, that all has to be resubmitted.
No, that's fine.
So that means that you got to go back in, they got to remove all the pavilions and everything else and resubmit it, because this is what we have right now currently.
That's what's up for.
So that, because we already went through all these circumstances when we did Cabana Blue. So that is one of the things that they were even saying is scratch these areas. If we scratch them, it has, and if I'm not mistaken, it may even have to be resubmitted for the special land use approval and everything.
It would still be under the same.
Would it still be under the same?
Just some revision.
I mean, we still need the building department to come in and see.
Yeah.
We need,
You're missing key components, the building department, how much your capacity is, however you want to do it, pavilions, no
We'll
pavilions,
have that,
whatever.
once the electrical inspector comes in to do the inspection on the exit lighting, then Chief Rose is supposed to come back and tell us what our capacity is. I mean, that's a simple one. I just don't, I keep hearing about needing to get in and inspect everything, and okay, fine, but that's.
Gary's
but
behind you.
we haven't, there's been nothing there that he's had to come in there for yet. He came out there, inspected the roof, and inspected the railing. If I would have been there, I would have let him in, but I wasn't there when he got there, so, I've invited, Skip was the only one that called and asked to come in, and I wasn't able to accommodate him just because I was busy with some other things.
Happens.
I think I was
It's
going through
busy.
some photometrics or something, but it was.
Okay, planning commission members, thank you for the
Thank you,
additional
guys.
information,
Thank you.
appreciate it. I've already stated my opinion.
back with conditions.
I'm working on a,
ton of conditions.
Robert's working on a motion, he needs a moment, he says. He's formulating what it is.
I'm writing.
I need to get Rob a pen.
Sorry. This is the ones.
I'd like to get that parking spot paired up, because, boat slips off that parking.
So, you're fine.
We did it.
I would like to make a motion.
Hold on a second. Everybody listen, Robert's gonna.
Got it.
I would like to make a motion to table any decision on,
Hold on, Robert. Mark, ready? Go for it.
I believe.
I can feel for you, but we're not there yet, sorry.
I would like to make a motion on tabling any decision with the public hearing remaining open until the information that is missing per the planner's report is addressed, and along with information provided to the department heads and information given to us from them on the bridge capacity.
Second.
Any discussion? A motion?
So, hold on, wait a minute. So you're saying that the open meeting is, we're going to just continue?
I closed the public hearing.
That's what I would say, close the public
The
hearing.
public hearing has been closed.
Was it closed?
It was
Oh, yeah, it
closed.
was closed
Sorry,
then.
I missed
Okay.
8:58.
Okay. Scratch that then, because that's without the public.
You can amend yours.
I'll amend it to the no public hearing being open. I
So
missed that.
So reread your motion, please.
So the amended motion would be to table decision until information that is missing is provided per the planner's report and the bridge capacity is addressed.
You want to include the address?
for, no, that one, for 7350 South Channel Drive.
And I second that motion.
So we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Whitey Simon.
Aye.
Harold Bain.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Chris Hiltunen.
Yes.
Christine Holcomb.
Yes.
Robert Muesling, yes. Wayne Torno.
Yes.
Margie Ferris.
Yes.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Yes. All right. Do you have any further questions as far as the information that needs to be provided? Everything's online, or you have copies of it. You can reach out to Karen or Gary.
Make the appointment.
I would say make the appointment sooner than later. I'll say I would be of assistance, but you have to go through the building department to get a hold of me, because I'm not a full-time employee of this. And I know with Cabana Blue, that's kind of where we ended up getting to the point, is to get things moved forward somehow, some way. I don't know if anybody was all happy, but it got to completion. So, all right, we're going to move on to item number 6C, which is JPC 2026-003, application for rezoning of parcel 7414-847-0372-000, located at 7357 Venice Highway, proposed rezoning from R1, one family residential district, to C3 general business district. I will open the public hearing at 9:18. Aaron?
So we have a rezoning review for 7357 Venice Highway. This is currently an R1 family residential parcel, and it is approximately .47 acres. The applicant is requesting to rezone this to C3 general commercial. The site, according to the aerial, features at least one structural, though no site plan has not been provided, but that's because we don't require a site plan for a rezoning. I've provided the current zoning map as well as the future land use map, so you can kind of see what the current character of the area is and what the proposed character or the proposed vision of the area is according to your master plan. The property to the north is R1 residential, and it's envisioned to continue to be residential as future land use. The property to the east is C3 general business district, and it's commercial, and it's envisioned to be waterfront commercial. The properties to the south and west are also designated as waterfront residential in the future land use map and are also zoned R1. The R1 Family District allows for single-family homes on smaller lots at a higher density than other similar districts where public water and sewer services are available or planned. This district allows for the following permitted uses: single-family detached dwellings, essential services, family daycare homes, clubs with 30 or fewer people, private solar energy systems, state-licensed residential facilities, accessory structures to these uses, and other uses determined by the Planning Commission to be compatible to these uses. Special land uses in the R1 district are accessory dwelling units, agribusiness uses, bed and breakfast operations, churches, synagogues, temples, and other places of religious worship, farms, farm stands, group daycare homes, home occupations, private airports and landing fields, private schools, public facilities, recreational vehicle storage facilities, two-family residential dwellings, ferry lands, and accessory parking on storage. And the applicant is seeking to rezone this to C3. The purpose of the C3 General Business District is to provide a variety of retail services and administrative establishments which are required to serve a large trading area population. This district is also intended to accommodate retail trade establishments in the community which cannot be practically provided in other commercial districts. Permitted uses are principal permitted uses in the C1 and C2 business districts, small, except residential uses, arcades and pool rooms, auction sales establishments, automobile, recreational vehicle, boat, truck, agricultural equipment sales, service, and storage, commercial, greenhouse, and nursery, funeral homes and mortuaries, hospitals, veterinary offices and clinics, inns, hotels and motels, indoor recreational facilities included but not limited to theaters, tennis and racket clubs, health spas, physical exercise facilities, gymnastics, cheerleading facilities, and golf courses, institutionally or organizationally owned and operated recreational, instructional, and meeting facilities, marinas, off-street public parking lots, public and/or private transportation agencies and terminals, public utility and service buildings, repair and light assembly shops and sales for bicycles, appliances, electronics, and similar items, retail stores, accessory structures and uses customarily incidental to the above uses, veterinary clinics, private solar energy systems, and any other use determined by the Planning Commission to be compatible in this district. And then the following special land uses are also approved in the C3 districts: adult bookstores and entertainment, adult foster care group homes, automobile repair garages, automobile sales, new and used, automobile service stations, business district accessory dwelling units, boat rental, car washes, child care facilities, drive-through uses, accessory to a permitted use, general contractors, including special trades contractors, golf, driving ranges and par 3 courses, kennels, marine construction, dredging, sheet piling, and maintenance equipment, mini storage or mini warehouse facilities, modular home sales, outdoor patios, and/or entertainment, outdoor recreational facilities, seasonal open-air businesses, and wireless communication support facilities. So typically, requests for rezonings are reviewed for compatibility with the master plan and the current nature of the surrounding area. The master plan's future land use map designates this area as waterfront residential, likely reflecting the current zoning of the property. However, the master plan serves as a guide for future development and is not a policy document. The master plan does show growth of waterfront commercial through this, though this growth appears to be to the east and north. The property neighbors commercially zoned property to the east, and the neighborhood appears to be both a mix of residential and commercially zoned properties. The applicant shall elaborate what is currently on the subject property, but based on the surrounding properties, rezoning to C3 is a reasonable transition while still maintaining the character of the neighborhood.
Thank you, Karen. Does the applicant wish to come forward and make any further comments in regards to the rezoning request? Mr. DeWicki is indicating no. Mr. Fitz? Did you want to come forward, either one of you? Okay, thank you. Public comments in regards to this public hearing for the rezoning. Anybody wishing to come forward to speak to this rezoning, please come to the podium. I don't see anybody approaching the podium, so I would say, do planning commission members have any questions at the moment before I close this public hearing? No. Close the public hearing at 9:30. Any comments or questions in regards to this public hearing rezoning request? I do note on PCE's March 31st, 2026 letter, they reviewed this, reviewed the documents, and it says, we have no objections to rezoning the parcel if this parcel is to be used in conjunction with parcel 74-14-847-0391-000 as part of the flat resort. The two parcels should ultimately be combined. That was submitted by Aaron Jones from PCE. So there's that. Actually, I guess I do have one question. What's on this piece of property right now? Sure.
There was a residential home that we tore down 3 years ago.
Okay.
And there is a boathouse on the property right now.
Okay, thank you. That's the only question I have, unless anybody else has any questions.
Well, before Tom walks away, just a quick question. What, though you don't have to answer, is the idea to combine it with the current lot? I mean,
Yeah.
same use
It just
or
makes sense.
that, so, I mean, that's the,
There's no other access to the property except
through there.
across the bridge.
Right, so that was just a,
Yeah.
kind of an obvious use, but I just thought I'd ask the question.
Is this the same bridge that you have, because I did notice the fire department said in their review of this one that they don't know the capacity. Is this the same bridge that we were referring to in the last
Yeah,
hearing?
that's the same bridge and the
Okay.
same engineering that I did send to Olivia
Okay.
that has it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And there's no other easement to it anywhere else, so.
No.
Okay.
Just through there.
So Tom, is this that brown house that's right next door, or is this a little jut of land that's more out into the?
It's all on the same island. When you go over the bridge, two pieces are contiguous.
Okay.
So you have the clubhouse.
It's got that
and
boathouse down on the end of it?
Yeah, it'd be on the downstream
Okay.
side of it, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and we also own the house straight back from that to the north.
Okay.
So.
On the other side of the canal.
And
On the
there's,
other side of it.
there's a road that connects Venice and, is it Frank or?
Yeah, they call it Frank, yeah, but it's not really a through road.
Oh, it ends right there.
No, it goes all the way through. I just drove it today. It goes all the way around.
Well, yeah, you can, but it's not, we leave the gate open to accommodate the people on the Venice Highway that, for their maintenance guys and contractors and deliveries, because it's hard to turn around on their road. But it's, it's not really a through road through our marina driveway,
Go down the Marina
It
driveway.
would be
you
a
do
dead
right.
end at that gate if you came all the way
Okay.
down. But we do leave it open for convenience for the neighbors on Venice because it's a little tight down there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
It's
Thank you.
really,
Mm.
it's really there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Any other questions, board members?
I'll make a motion to approve the rezoning of parcel 74-14-847-0372-000 from R1 to C3.
Support.
We have a motion and support. Does everybody understand the motion?
Yep.
Hearing no questions, roll call please when you get a chance.
Whitey Simon.
Aye.
Harold Bain.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Chris Hiltunen.
Yes.
Christine Holcomb.
Yes.
Robert Muesling, yes. Wayne Torno.
Yes.
Margie Ferris.
Yes.
And Kathy Schweikart.
Yes. All right, takes care of the rezoning. We'll move on to item 6D, which is data center discussion. Karen. Nice evening. I'm going to say this, in light of the hour, it's been a while since we've done this. I know some of us probably have to go to work in the morning.
Do you guys want to table this for
Yes.
next?
Yes.
Motion to table.
Would you like to do the same for the accessory?
Yes, motion to table.
Yes.
I am so sorry to do that to you, Karen, I really apologize. But I really had to get through it.
take anymore.
Our brains are mush.
sleeping.
And everybody, thank you for attending, we do appreciate your input, so. And thank you for being here also. I think we're going to be okay now if you don't want. We are great. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a question of a statement.
Have a nice evening. So, I'm going to try to abbreviate this because I think we all know why.
Do we need to do the motion on that?
We are going to do the motion on
Tabling,
tabling the,
data center discussion.
yes.
I think Chris made a motion.
Chris made a motion.
Yeah,
What's
motion to
his
table
support?
6D
Okay, Harold supports
And
it.
7A.
and 7A.
So that's 6D and 7A. You support both?
6D.
To our next.
And 7A.
To our next scheduled, to our next planning commission.
7A.
To our
June.
June meeting.
Don't even say June, just say to our next.
Just
planning-
Next.
Just say meeting.
Just say to the next planning commission meeting. So, and we're gonna do it this way. in lieu of time.
Hold on.
I'm going to say he's got the motion. We all
Who was-
understand it's been, and we don't necessarily have to
Who
do.
was the second on that?
That was Harold.
Harold.
Want to do all in favor, say aye, and all opposed, say nay.
Yep.
Go ahead, do it.
Oh, you, Robert. All in favor?
Aye. Nobody's going to be opposed, so you can save your
All
breath.
opposed? Item number 8, planning consultant report.
Skip.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Item number 9, ZBA representatives report.
We
Margie.
have not seen, we're not in the meeting.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Number 10, board representatives report.
Watched last night's meeting.
Okay, thank you, that was Mark. Chairperson's report. Number 11, thank you everybody for your patience. I know it was a very long evening, but thank you. Number 12, planning commission member comments.
Great meeting. Yeah, I have a comment, Gary. They were supposed to come last year, because I remember them sitting right here, and they said they were going to schedule that meeting with you.
Yes.
I remember it distinctively.
Yes.
And both Bill and Tom were there,
Yes.
and they haven't still. Yeah. All right, I just,
He did apologize, Mr. Fritz did apologize and said
Yes.
he didn't.
The whole season went by, the whole winter
I know.
went by,
And they just waited too long now.
and we're here.
And then they
today.
come in
Yeah.
May.
yeah.
It is what it is.
I have
Okay,
a public service announcement.
hold on, we got planning commission member comments from Chris. She's gonna make it quick.
SS Downtown Inc. on Harson's Island is holding their 3rd annual road rally, of which one of our commissioners was the winner of
One
a couple
initial
years
one.
ago. It's scheduled for June 6th. You can access registration form online at the SS Downtown Inc. website, or contact any one of us on SSDI, and we'll be happy to get you registered. It's a lot of fun, and the competition is pretty stiff, so come on out and join us.
It was a cool event, even though, just because we won, doesn't mean it was cool. But it was.
You were very good at it.
It was a real cool event. It was well done for the, it was a great event.
Thanks. Read the minutes, either I didn't sign them. All right, any other planning
I was
commission
gonna
members?
say,
A question,
My son will be in town, so we're gonna do it.
The minutes.
a question. We approved a special land use with operating hours from 7 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night. Fisher persons start fishing at 6 o'clock in the morning or before.
If they're late,
Can
yeah.
they go use that facility?
The marina,
Yeah.
or
That
or the
marina
Well,
other
is a special
facility?
land use only for the trailers
Yeah,
or
that was
the
just the
entire area?
camp.
If it's the entire area, the fisher persons can't dump their boat and go fishing there
It
at
was
6.
just for the trailer area. I thought.
For the RV campsite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only.
that wasn't
we
for
put-
the marina, because the marina opens up at 4:30.
Right.
Marinas are permitted use in the C3 district. We have no regulations for them other than their parking. or
Right, so they can do anything they want there and don't have to worry about it.
This doesn't apply to you, but if you're going to park an RV,
Right, that's what I thought, it was just for the RV.
Any other planning commission member comments?
I was gonna add, another Harson's Island event. The Little League has the Harson's Island Militia
Oh,
Roanoke
yeah,
Little League
yeah.
game. I don't remember the date and I couldn't find it, but.
Hot
it's-
dogs and beer?
Hot dogs and beer for $10. So, all you can eat and drink.
Any other comments? Chris? No? Okay, I'm going to move on to number 13, public comments. Amazingly, there is no one here at this 9:40 at night for public comments.
Move to close.
Move to adjourn.
Yes.
Motion by Whitey, second by someone.
Second.
By Margie. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Sorry it went so late.